Good evening, guys. I think we're live. I think everything seems to be working. Adam, Ryan, are you there?
We are here.
Woohoo! It looks like we have done the impossible and managed to get all three of us live on the internet at the same time. Hopefully everyone can hear us. Hopefully somebody is there in the comments somewhere down the line going to tell us you can hear us, you can see us. But Masters Week, how good was it?
Amazing, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm in a hotel room now, so it's slightly different, and that's because I managed to get back on normal work. So I actually missed Sunday. So I was so excited that I had booked Sunday off Tesco work and delivery driving, and all of a sudden popped up a thing. So I actually missed Sunday, but the 3 days that I did watch was amazing quality of golf in tough conditions.
Every minute average. I thought the drone footage especially was
I love that.
I've never seen it in that way before. Obviously, if there's patrons on the ground, you're probably not going to be able to fly a drone over their head. So hopefully they've got lots of shots from that they can use as nice visuals for us all in April as well. But yeah, absolutely stunning. I was a bit disappointed there's no part 3.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
That's my favourite part of that. My favourite part of the week is the part 3. But hopefully normal service will resume in April and we'll get that bit as well. We haven't got to wait long though.
No, we haven't got to wait long.
Is it 134 days or 143 days? It's not far, and then we'll go again. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Feel sorry for Dustin though.
Yeah.
He's only going to have that sort of that little bit of time unless he wins another one.
You won't feel sorry for him if he has to hold on for it for another year, which looks quite likely because he was pretty dominant, wasn't he?
He was just outrageously good.
Yeah.
I thought he ramped it up nicely. So steady. So we've talked about this a little bit. Like, so steady first round, but just sort of built a lovely momentum. And then just
kept those mistakes off. Hit some stunning shots like that shot he hit into. Was it into 3?
Into 2 on the 4th day.
Fourth day into 2. Yeah, it was just like wow.
And then a putt on 4, which was a huge putt for another birdie, and incredible.
And even Sunday, he looked to. So he's made a couple of bogeys early doors, and then got to the par 3. Everybody else just either St James dumped it long right, answers sort of short left down the bottom of the slope. Really difficult putt. He just hit a lovely little cut in there to about 3 feet. Just like, okay, that's steadied that ship, and that's that sorted.
Yeah, it was every time he made a mistake all week. No, he didn't make many mistakes, but every time he did, he just bounced straight back again. Just kept going.
Yeah, so just having a quick look at DJ's stats over the whole week. So 72 holes, 2 eagles, 20 birdies, 46 pars, and only 4 bogeys. That's it. No double bogeys, no nothing. 4 bogeys. So 4 out of 72 holes were over par.
Yeah, that's amazing.
2 of them were in the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible stuff.
Yeah. So let's go down the leaderboard a little bit. I've got the leaderboard up on the screen for the guys at home. So obviously we've got Dustin at the top, and then Cameron Smith. What do we think of Cameron Smith and the week he had?
I don't really know a lot about him.
Yeah, I really like Cameron Smith. Like, he plays golf his way. He's a bit across the line. He knows he's going to hit one off line every now and then.
Yeah.
Short game is very, very solid, and that boy can putt.
Cool, can he putt?
Seriously, looks comfy over that putter.
Yes.
I really like him. He's obviously won a couple of times down in Australia. He's won a couple of times in the PGA Tour as well. Had a stop on the European Tour, so he's well travelled, which people from sort of that part of the world tend to be, because they need to try and travel about a bit to either get their card in the States or
make some money.
There's not a huge amount of golf played down there, so you're always going to travel, obviously, like Si was saying, where the cash is.
Exactly. And then going a little bit further down, I think we have to talk about Rory.
Well, I've got that stat. that is just ridiculous. So in majors from 2015, he's 28 over par in round 1.
It's just ridiculous.
And in round 2 to 4, he's 59 under.
59 under for rounds 2 to 4. Like,
and
nobody can touch that.
That's the best on tour. There's no one beats that, is there?
No.
That is, yes, no. That's the thing, and we've said it enough times. We said it in the previous show. That guy needs to string 4 days together, and he wins anything.
He's finished 5th with like 3 over first round.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. So let's go to another European then, very quickly, Mr. Rahm. So I've got on the screen here probably the best start to a Masters week in history. That skipped hole-in-one across the pond in 16.
Wow. Yeah, very, very good.
It's become a tradition, isn't it, doing that every single year? But then for it to go in, and also the other ball that was super close anyway before he hit it, and it's just obviously Ricky's ball.
And that was also Rahm's second hole-in-one of the week. He already had one, hadn't he?
Yeah, he had one Tuesday as well, yeah.
People hunt one for their whole careers, and he had two in a week.
2 in a week, and his birthday.
Skimming it across the water first.
Mental. And his challenge looked pretty good until the 8th on the last day. That notorious par 5 up the hill, dog leg over to the left. Hit a lovely tee shot, was in perfect position, and then it all fell apart, didn't it? And we've all seen that, haven't we? We can totally relate to that, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially and me and amateurs, or you guys as well. Definitely the higher handicapper guys who sit there and watch pros, and you look at them and go, oh yeah, I can still do that. I can hit a goal, and then you watch these guys and they can, heel top it into the trees and then hit the tree afterward. It happens to the best.
Yeah.
So I think you take a bit. Definitely took a bit from that.
It shows you how hard the game is. It's just ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
And he's trying to absolutely smash that up the hill. He's trying that is literally like as hard as he can hit it, and then you can still see like as hard as he can hit it off a bit of a uneven lie, and then everything goes. Doesn't, as we said before, the golf ball's not that massive, so and he has to go wrong by like inch and a quarter, and that's all it takes, isn't it? Good. Right. So moving on from Rahm, we better talk about the man who had all the attention going in, probably mostly self-proclaimed attention, and I think quite rightly so in terms of what he's done this year. I think other than DJ, he's probably been the best golfer on the planet this year. Certainly since they came back after the break from golf. Bryson, obviously, and he got a little bit unlucky. He paid the price, I think, for a lot of the risks that he took. And I think 13 was a great example of how it came off one day and it just didn't come off the day before. Yeah.
Do you agree?
And the patrons not being there
on 3, yeah.
On third, the patrons are there, and even if it's that wet, they know where it's gone. They know where the ball is.
Yeah. And
don't lose that. But somebody did that at the US Open as well. That was in the final group or something. Hit it up the left-hand side into that thick grass and lost it. And those boys don't lose golf balls.
No, not when there's fans around.
Because the crowd just find it every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can't remember who said there was a tweet or something, or a comment that went out, and they said without patrons we lose golf, but if we didn't have patrons and fans to find our golf balls, we'd lose a lot more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it's just exactly that. And also that area would have been heavily trampled.
Yeah.
That areas would have been so.
And possibly cut shorter because the fans would have been there in the first place.
Yeah, and I think the guys that were slightly more wayward were actually getting slightly unluckier because they would have had a slightly better lie because the grass would have been more trampled. There would have been flatter areas. I think
I quite like that though because that's what me and you get.
Yeah.
We would get that bad lie because there wouldn't be
But it's
I
not
don't
really-
suppose they're going to rock in a crowd for if us three rock round there.
No, not a large crowd anyway. Not a large crowd. But to be fair to Bryson, and I'm obviously a big supporter of his, I don't know if you know this, but one of the patrons found his ball just after the search and handed it back to him on the 4th tee. And then said, "There you go, there's your ball." And to be fair, if that had been me, I'd have been properly fuming. But he carried on. He made some more birdies. He actually finished okay. And this kind of leads on to the next kind of talking point for us is their mental resilience. Like all of them, like show such good mental resilience. DJ showed. We've got a question in here talking about how calm and collective DJ is and how he approaches the game that way. And we've spoken before, and Adam, you mentioned it a lot, don't you, with Tyrrell Hatton needing to get aggressive and needing to be fiery to play his best. And they all know their own way to bounce back, don't they?
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's knowing your way. Like, there's no point telling Tyrrell to bottle it because it's not going to do him any good.
Not at all. He's got to get it out.
You've just got to find your way to deal with it. Some people go very, very quiet and just want to chat to someone.
Yeah.
Some people need that. Like me, I'll first to admit, like if I've hit what I consider like a really poor shot, or I haven't committed to the shot I'm trying to hit, I am going to be annoyed. But like that needs to go. Otherwise, it sits with me and it will stir with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like playing with both of you. You know, Simon, you like to you know your bag's had a couple of beatings over the times. And,
yeah.
But then after that, you're straight into the next. So you've put out that frustration and then move on, and I think that's the mark of it. The tour pros that put rubbish like bang out, and that's the mark of winners. I think.
Yeah. And DJ's completely the other way, isn't he? He's just literally, he almost tells himself like, if you're going to hit it that hard, it's going to go offline at times.
Yeah.
He just sort of lives with the consequences. Like, he showed his class, I think, before now. Like the US Open and the PGA, where like the grounding in the bunker that was like literally a puddle of sand. Like he showed his class to that point. He like almost unflappable.
Yeah.
Like as if to say, well, it doesn't matter where that's gone. I can sort it out from that point, and that's such a good thing. I think like he attested to it in the interview as well. Like having his brother there really helps him.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of people like they'll like offer like, and I don't know if Simon would have probably agree. Like if people offer to caddy for you, it's often quite a hard thing to have.
It has to be the right caddy.
If you're not used to it, if you're not used to having a caddy, it's quite off-putting at times.
I think
there somebody else offering their opinion on your golf game, and they could say that, like something you don't want to hear or like mismatch that. So to have that influence of his brother there,
it's so good.
And literally they just bounce off each other all the way around.
Yeah.
Then what a perfect little like match that is.
Yeah, and how emotional his brother was. Stood behind him after he held that putt on 18, and you can just see that dynamic, can't you? Why his brother's the good caddy and the probably, like you say, the one to bounce it off, but he's not the performer. DJ is the performer. DJ's the athlete. DJ's the one that goes forward and wins the events. But does he do that without his brother on the bag? You know, it's just that great combination.
I did like that combination. He apparently said to his brother started crying coming up 18.
Yeah.
And he looked at him and went, "You can't do that." He goes, "I've got to hit another shot yet."
Exactly. It's just
and it's almost as if it's a team game, isn't it? Like,
it is. Yeah.
As much as DJ and they hit the shots.
Yeah.
Without that support and that sort of almost management sometimes of like even if you maybe have a bad hole and your caddy comes up and go, just gives you that. Come on. Let's pick it up. Even like that little talkative, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a partnership between those two to get around the golf course.
Yeah,
and you often like taking the stupid decision because like in the heat of battle, like you will make a decision that feels really rational in your head, but if you looked at it from an outsider's point of view, everybody else is screaming at the television.
Yeah, don't do it. Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, that's where a good caddy steps in
Yeah.
or even if you feel that like the wind switch on you, like a good caddy will have the confidence to walk in and go, right, let's go again, sort that out, go through the whole process, let's do this. And it's not time wasting, it's like they're paying for an awful lot of money.
Yes.
That's a little bit where I have that gripe with slow play on a Saturday morning. Is very different to slow playing on the PJ Tour.
Yeah, and I think
if you're going to put me in a situation where I can win 1.4 million, I'm probably going to take my time.
Yeah, and I think
I'll take as much time as I want.
Where Butch said it quite well actually in the commentary, where DJ takes no time at all tee to green, because he just gets up to it, whacks it, gets on with it. But where we've known his weaknesses in the past, and where his brother really shows that they work together with the aim point, with the way they process green reading between them, he's not deemed as a slow player. But you watch him on the greens, and his green work is terribly slow. But the camera can't keep up with him on the fairway because he just stands up to it and whacks it. And that's where you've got to know, haven't you? Some people are going to need to take more time on the tee, because let's face it, if you put your tee shot in trouble, you're in trouble on every hole. And that may be where some people need to take more time. And I think it's then managing your own game, you know, if you take it back to kind of our level. Cool, right, let's move on to Tiger, because we need to talk about Tiger, because we talk about mental stuff, and you know, Tiger made a 10 on the 12th. Like where's that come from?
Said Tiger knows how to play 12, and you know, on that Sunday last year when the two guys put in the water and he sticks into the middle of the green, and you think with all of his experience, something's happened. Like, you know, someone of that experience, of that golf course, of that tee shot, to get it wrong off the tee to start with, thinks something's happened, isn't it? You know, maybe he's not struck it, maybe the wind switched on him, something's happened there.
He looked happy with it, didn't he?
He seemed to hold the follow through like he liked it.
Yeah. And then from there it's difficult, because the pitch shot was probably a yard, maybe 2 yards short of perfection.
And let's face it doesn't spin that much in April.
No.
Pitching that same spot April.
Yeah.
It probably hits harder, skips, rolls a little, then might grab, but it's not going to back up like it did there.
Then he's not going to go in the water for the third time, so he ends up in the back bunker, and again it bounced into the back bunker. Like a horrid bunker shot. I mean, it wasn't a great bunker shot, but it wasn't a great lie. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh crikey, I'm in this bunker now, and I've played 7 shots essentially, and I've just dropped it in a bunker. So, but what a comeback after that.
Oh, like, played stunning from there in, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
And that's the mental thing that again,
it's mental resilience.
Put behind a 7 over par and a hole.
Yeah.
5 birdies. 5 birdies.
Yeah, 5 birdies in the last 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so we got a comment. We got a comment in here from Andy Kemp. Thanks, Andy, for joining in. Something you alluded to, Adam, earlier before we started recording. Andy Kemp, afraid to say, thought it was all a bit dull. Not sure if that was down to the lack of patrons. So, Adam, do you want to take that one up? Because kind of you mentioned that earlier on.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit flat Sunday, definitely. Obviously, you're used to those roars and hearing it go on in front of you. And would that have added any pressure to any shots? Probably.
Yeah.
I know exactly what Kempy's talking about. It's you get used to that Augusta back 9 feeling and that sort of bubbling up on the front 9, and as they make the turn, it then kicks in.
Yeah.
I can see like where that was going.
Yeah.
And he was almost too good. He ran away with it.
Yeah.
And then like everybody else sort of faltered a little bit, and by the time, like I alluded to it, like McIlroy's shot on 13 for me.
15.
15.
Yeah.
15 for me was just like brain dead. Like, why? I know it's jumped on him, but like, why are you not playing for it to jump from that point and trying to make eagle? Like, it can't have jumped 30 yards.
It's jumped, bit of adrenaline, bit of all sorts going on, wasn't there? I think if you take DJ out, the rest of the championship was proper exciting, wasn't it? You know, second, third, and fourth was bouncing around all over the place.
Cameron Smith wins that Masters most years at 15.
Well, every year. 15. No other champion has ever shot 4 rounds in the 60s. And it's like, you know, other than the year Tiger won it and the year Spieth won it that time. He had the winning. He had the lowest score. You know, third lowest score at the Masters ever, and it's just like crazy. But let's just put DJ back on the screen with his big smile and his jacket on that 18th green. So let's just wrap up. Like, how good was it? Normally the Butler cabin and the interviews on the 18th green afterwards, they're often a lot later at night. They're often a bit dull, but for me, that was some of the best moments of it because DJ properly showed what it meant to him.
Yeah.
And I think it hit him at that point.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it hit him on the green. Obviously, it hit his brother.
Yeah.
Like a sledgehammer coming up 18 by the sounds of things.
It wasn't until he put it on.
I'd imagine it was all a bit of a daze from that point. You get to Butler cabin, you get shoved in there quite quickly. You've gone in, you signed your scorecard, you get across the Butler cabin, you sit down. The TV show starts, and by the time he got to that green and had a chance to breathe a little bit, it then's probably just absolutely smashed him around the face what's actually happened.
Yeah.
And then he's lost it, and I quite liked it.
I did. I enjoyed seeing Tiger putting the jacket on him as well because I'd forgotten that was going to be a moment. I'd forgotten that whoever won it was going to have Tiger put the jacket on them. And again, for DJ who's played in Ryder Cups and stuff, is big thing for that.
You see, it's almost like a bit of a baton passing almost because I feel like DJ is one of those players that can definitely win a lot of majors. He has absolutely got the game and the temperament to win a lot of competitions, majors, PGA Tour, whatever.
He's been there so many times up till now, and that's always been the thing, isn't it? Over 20 tournament wins. You just think you've only got one major.
Yeah.
That was always going to be a bit of a thing of like, what's going to happen? You never know. Like, he could come back in April, win that one, and then set himself off on the road to winning 5, 6.
Yeah.
However many he wants to win, really, because he's good enough, isn't he? It's just.
It's just whether or not the other people do it, because there's so many good players out there, aren't there now?
Yeah, and I think if, like you say, if Bryson ends up playing, having a day where he's hitting that ball straighter and not, struggling in the trees, and that someone that's like going toe to toe, would that have changed things? Like Justin Thomas, like there's so many players out there that can go toe to toe with DJ. That.
There you go. So how do you reckon Bryson is going to get on with if it was a proper British Open?
What, windy and rainy and all sorts?
Knee-high, rough, rock-hard fairways.
He'll just come and the thing with it is he'll come and do what he wants. What the thing with we've said this for years, Adam, haven't we? Where to win events on the PGA Tour, you have to be the most aggressive, and the days of the 71, 70, 69, that doesn't happen because someone will go 65, 67, 65. And you'll miss the cut. Exactly. So you have to play aggressive. So all that's happened is Bryson has taken that to the extreme level where he will win and then he will miss the cut. And then he'll win. And then he'll have an average week where he still makes 27 birdies but only finishes 3 under par. And I think that's just the way golf has gone. That's the way it always does.
Up until that point, like Bubba Watson's been a bit like that. It's literally gone Masters, nothing.
Yeah.
Masters, nothing, and then wins an event, and then drops, and then wins an event. It's like
it's the modern way.
Very, very high peaks, low troughs.
Yeah.
Well, what they were saying, listening to commentary, and they're saying that talking about Bryson, he doesn't really have a plan B. So his plan is, I'm just going to take it on. I'm taking it on, and if it's okay, so it doesn't work for some people, but they were talking. Butch was talking about a DJ and how he's got a chip fade driver that takes it's about 305-yard chip driver, just a fairway finder. We'd all love one of those, wouldn't we? But how if it's not working, if he's all out thrash, he's not finding the fairways. He'll just calm it down and he'll just find those fairways. Whereas Bryson is. This is my game plan. I have no plan B in case it's not working. And I think if he moves into that sort of world and go right, it's not working. The massive drive. Maybe let's get a chip drive and maybe let's play a couple of different shots. I think he could win a lot more.
He's trying to
if
prove
he
a
had.
point at the moment, isn't he? I think a lot of it. He's trying to prove a point. Right, Ryan.
Yeah.
Competition
Yes.
time. We need to do the competition
Oh, yeah,
live
right, I'm on it.
before we finish, because I'm sure at some point Zoom are going to say, "You've had enough. You've had enough chat about the Masters."
So I should have been prepared for this, and I'm not. Right, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll get ready. So what have we got? What have we got to win?
So
Tell everyone at home.
okay, so the first prize is over here. Let me just fetch it. It is a sleeve of Tour Soft golf balls for anybody that entered the competition. So anybody that commented who the winner was going to be for the sleeve of balls, Ryan's got an app that he's going to use in a few seconds.
Stand by, right. So,
if you could pick someone in Bury St Edmunds, that would be lovely.
Just on a side note, guys, if you'd like to have a little look at some of the merch, it is on our website, so pjlife365.co.uk. Get over there, have a little look at the merch. If you're looking for anything for anybody for Christmas, some bits and pieces on there, get your orders in. There's also the ball markers on there.
Yes.
They're obviously every pound from every purchase you make is going to the NHS, so if you'd like to give something back to those guys, we're hopefully going to give as much as we can, and we'll probably all chip in some extra money so they get a bit of a boost
before
from
Christmas.
Us. It'll be a very small donation, but every little helps.
Exactly, as Ryan knows. Are you ready, Ryan?
Here we are.
Okay.
We had 101 entrants up until the cut-off point of tee-off time.
Brilliant,
so
thank you.
101 entrants, and here we go. Random picker for the balls. I don't know how well you can see that. The random picker, and the winner is Ben Richards.
Oh my goodness! Ben Richards is commenting, and he's just put competition time! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! So he is going to be super happy. Meant to be.
Well done, Ben.
And you don't, Ryan. You can't see the YouTube comments, can you?
No. It was. I mean, here we are. I don't know how I do my best to show, but you can see the B there, and it is a completely random comment picker.
That's perfect.
From online. So
excellent.
Okay, so let's filter the comments based on a specific text, which was so I had a look earlier. No one picked DJ at 20 under par. So the DJ Life 365 head cover is
safe.
Rolled
over till April. I can sit here till April. Yeah.
See you at the Masters.
So in goes Dustin for the thing, and there was 13 out of 101 comments, 101 picks, and 13 of them went for
Dustin. Okay.
So
go for it then. So this is a PJ Live 365 swag bag. So there is all sorts of stuff in here.
We'll find whatever we can.
We got two hats. We got a Masters Ping hat, which is look at me in my preparation. The Masters Ping hat is in there. We've got the Titleist Tour Series hat, which was the win from the PJ Championships. Whatever else I've got in me cupboard behind me. Go for it.
We'll get some other bits from the shop.
We've got loads of stuff.
We are ready. So, good luck to all of you that entered, and the winner is Stuart S.
Stuart S.
Is the winner with that little logo there. Stuart S.
Well done, Stuart S.
Johnson.
What's his name?
Stuart, you are the grand winner of the goodie bag. Congratulations. So, if you'd like to get in touch with us on either on here or Instagram,
we can reply to the comment, can't we? To Stuart S.
Yeah, we'll get an email out to you, and we'll organise some sort of delivery to you wherever you are. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well done. Brilliant.
Well done.
Excellent.
Only 9 shots short, but of the
head cover lives on.
And the head cover lives on, and will be added to for the next Masters giveaway. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? Like, the Masters was excellent. Thanks to everyone for competing in the competition. We look like we might have managed to actually bungle some form of live content. Finally, we've tried enough with this over the years, and this seems to be a pretty good setup. I haven't had anyone in the comments saying, "Si, you're talking twice," or "You've got a massive echo," or "We can't hear Ryan because he's in London." Like, it seems to have actually worked. So, if this has worked with the three of us, yeah, let us know in the comments, and
All right, yeah.
we might even try and get a guest on at some point and try and do this again, because
Whoa, steady.
Oh,
this
steady.
seems to have worked, and you know me, I'm a dreamer. So, anything else you boys want to say?
Yeah, I'd like to point out one thing.
Yeah.
These.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm not happy.
That, nothing to do with me.
Okay, good. I'm not happy. As a lighting tech, I don't like to see Christmas lights any time before December, and that just no.
Claire's working from home. She wants to look at something nice during the day, so we've got the Christmas deck.
And you're not there, so she has to have something else. Brilliant.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thanks.
So we are back. What is there a competition next week? Well, no. Yeah. What's happening next week?
Oh, come on, it's Monday. Let's just enjoy the Masters. We'll worry about next week's tournaments on Wednesday, shall we?
Yeah, we'll worry about that Wednesday.
I thought I'd preview the preview show now.
Oh, don't tease the preview. We'll try this again on Wednesday night, I reckon. This format seems to work okay. We'll try it again. I've got a giveaway on TikTok this week, so have a check out with that with Golf Shark. So there's a polo shirt to be won on that. So it's all go. It's all go as always.
Do you need any more suggestions for your putt out challenge, or are you done with that?
Well,
Anyone that hasn't seen on the PJ Live TikTok?
Yes, I've been holding out putt outs. Actually all pretty much underneath where I'm sat now. I've recorded all 7 for this week today. So that I thought, because I'm running a competition, they've got to guess how many total putts it takes me on all 7 days to hole out with the various items. I filmed them all this morning, so there can be nobody watching them live like I did last week. And also, I've got to paint the living room tomorrow, so I won't have any time for filming tomorrow.
Right.
So
good stuff.
Good. Right.
Adam, you going back to cutting the fairways?
Well, yeah. So whatever they tell me to do when I get there. So yeah, under their instructions. So yeah, with the green stuff. So yeah,
we've got Improve at Homes coming this week, haven't we?
I preferred it in the summer. I'm not going to lie.
We've got. We did do some Improve at Homes as well, aren't they? So they're coming this week. So
yeah, we've done those. They were in nice weather as well, some, weren't they?
Horrid. You trying to hold the umbrella around the GoPro was hilarious.
And we've got some speed work coming as well.
Yes.
I've got my speed sticks away with me whilst I'm going to show this on our Instagram. So check that out. And we're all trying to build some speed, and we'll see how we get on. Affiliated with Super Speed Golf. If anyone's interested in their stuff, then we have a discount code. It's PJ Life 365 Super Speed Golf, and that'll give you 10% off all of their stuff on their website. So get over there if you're looking to improve over lockdown and over the winter.
Good. I think that is a great place to say goodbye. Thank you, as always, for everyone that contributes on the lives, comments, shares stuff around, just generally as part of the community is excellent. And we'll see you down here on the channel next time.
Great stuff.
Bye.
See you later.